Okay guys, I made a video before about King Ofa and I explained how he might have been a black king of the UK, the Brits, and I talked about how he had a coin where he had the Shahada inscribed. So what's interesting, the British Museum, they don't talk about that King Ofa, who was a British king, had the Shahada in the coin. They don't write that here. They just write that in the year 757 that he had this coin, but they don't say he had a Shahada on it and he was a British ruler. So that really that's very important information, especially for that time. What they will say, however, is that a coin from 1991 had a Shahada in it. And also it shows that they're trying to hide the fact that in the 700s, there were already Brits, a British king, who wrote the Shahada in a coin. Guys, so we're in the Islamic gallery and I'm going to show you something. So they do talk about Africa a little bit, like it's over here. They don't mention Mali Empire though, which is crazy because that was like an incredible empire where the whole world came to learn and to trade. So I'm really shocked by that. But then we have another part that's really weird, and it shows that how they use language to minimize the impact of Muslims. And so here you have the Ottoman Empire, which is called the Ottoman world. And so they actually don't even call it an empire. So the Mali Empire is also not mentioned. I have one more fact I'm going to share with you, and it is about a Muslim slave who was at some point in the UK, in UK, and so his name was Ayuba Suleiman Diallo, and I'm going to show you a picture of him. Here it is. And one thing that's missing from the description of the British Museum is that on his necklace, there's actually a Quran that he wrote it himself in Arabic, which would make it the first Arabic Quran written in the UK. And so it is a bit weird that they wouldn't just give that, some space or describe it in the description. Not even that that's a Quran, because I mean, it's also an interesting outfit to have on, Okay guys, we find another lie in the British Museum. There are two tiles that were retrieved from a church in England, south of England. And on these tiles, you can see a story that didn't take place, but it is actually a lie. So I'm going to explain what it is. Okay, so first, this is King Richard, right? And he seems to be beating a Muslim, and that is Salahuddin. And here you can see Salahuddin's horse is crumbling under the pressure. So he's crumbling under the pressure. He is basically being defeated by King Richard. And the funny thing is, these two people, they never fought with each other. And so the British Museum actually has these tiles here, which are something that didn't happen, but they also don't mention that this is something that was fabricated. It's something that didn't happen. So they put in the information, they depict the tiles which show what is happening, which wasn't true, but then they also didn't correct it in the description next to it. And so we were talking to the tour guide, obviously he's very knowledgeable about it, and he said this is the propaganda of the year, I think it was 1200.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have the fake news now with the media, but this was the propaganda that they had centuries ago in the 12th century.